all of you that have paved the way for people like myself, my son who's at an HBCU, my sister who is an educator, as well as to find out information about Florian Roddy, my grandmother, and Miss Lucille, my great-grandmother. For what all of you took, just so that I have the opportunity to be the engineer that I am today, to be amongst my peers who are all different races. I thank you, because my skin would never have been as tough as you guys, ever, at all. The Lord knew what he was doing when he gave Leon Roddy in 1970. Because see, if he would have gave him to me in 1960, I probably wouldn't be standing here talking to any of you today. And to my white fellow brothers and sisters, I hope you feel what we feel, because our scars run deep, and our ancestors are happy to know that we are free. I had the pleasure of going to Washington, D.C. I took my son on his first college tour to an HBCU called Howard University, and while we were there, we went to visit Mount Vernon, a place I will never ever go again in life. Because when I went to Mount Vernon to see where the great George Washington lived, I was told, you should be happy that he was your president, and you should be happy what he did for you. And as I looked at a circular mount that was dedicated to the slaves that made Mount Vernon for him, they said, this is where we buried all of them together with a small, like, what do you call it, manhole cover that said, this is where all the slaves were buried. These are my people, the ones that paved the way, that took everything from me so that I could live. And if it wasn't for you guys today being the teachers and sharing your stories to your grandkids, who today's generation is not as appreciative as it should be, I am so thankful to each and every one of you. And if there's anything that I can do, or even my son who is actually paving the way, who is actually making sure that he's giving back to his community, not just Black, but his entire community, we say thank you.
Reiterate a little bit of what she said, especially the point in this is, I intended this to be somewhat of a celebration. You guys are pioneers. We wanted to celebrate, I wanted to celebrate, and us celebrate your resiliency, your courage, your strength. Because like she said, I don't know that I could experience what you experienced and you know, come out of that unscathed. And to know that my mother, I've had to, I think I've been just about spanked by everybody up here on the stage. But I think to know that you were raised in an area where hate like that existed, and that you taught none of us to hate. We weren't taught to hate people who were, you know, opposite, who were different than us. And not that you would have been, I don't want to condone it and say that you would have been justified in feeling that way, but you had reasons to be hateful, and you weren't, and you taught us those things, and so I say thank you.